Alright, just going to wait for the title and then we can get this going. Hello! Welcome to Dan Does Lazy Video. This is a Q&A because I've not been well. I've not been well for about a week, so it's really pushed me back. I mean, I started a project, but it will not be finished in time for the almighty algorithm. This is the symbol for the algorithm. It's not the other popular one. It's an A. Anyway, so I've asked you lovely people on YouTube and my lovely patrons on Patreon and on the Discord server to squeeze some questions out. I'm aware, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm aware of how conceited this is. Having a Q&A. I mean, I'm only at like 4,000 or so subs. It's like, hey Dan, get back in your box. I know what you're thinking, but I couldn't think of anything else to do.
Oh, let's get started then, come on.
Danny asks, what's wrong with you that you enjoy all that weird horror stuff?
Simple answer is, I don't know.
Owen George asks, who is your favourite heavy metal band?
I used to love my music. I've got a guitar there. I used to listen to music all the time. Who's relevant? Bucks Fizz, Rick Astley, Spice Girls, Atomic Kitten, S Club 1 through 7, and the Juniors. I'm gonna settle with Spinal Tap. Is that heavy metal? It's not, is it? It's like rock, comedy rock. Yeah, whatever. Spinal Tap.
Dr. Morteus asks, does Dan dance during dusk?
Yeah. Not just dusk. Dan does dance during dawn. I got a lot of questions that were not really aimed at me. They were kind of aimed at me, but they were by proxy. You know, it was aimed at Bill making stuff because you know he is the big cheese. So it's kind of like, hey, Dan, what's Bill's favourite food? Hey, Dan, I love your show. When's Bill's next episode coming out? That leads me on to my next question, actually.
Daggersadal99 asks, do you have any funny and or embarrassing stories you can share from when you two were growing up?
Yeah, actually, yes. Yes, I can. Back when we were young, 2, 3, I remember my brother Bill and I sharing a bath, as was the way for families in the 80s growing up. One bath a week, and all of you in the bath at once. Anyway, this one particular bath, I don't remember it clearly, but there are photographs to back this up. I must have shat into my hand and smeared the excrement onto Bill's face. We were both laughing up a storm. Power move.
Zobster asks, Daddy or chips?
Well, chips have never left me.
Bandaran Brewmaster 62 asks, will you be making more Isaac videos?
No. Watch the subs drop.
Connor the Great asks, tea or coffee, white or granary bread?
Coffee? Granary bread. I hope I have made your day. You can run home from work or school with your phone in your hand, screaming, "He likes granary bread! Mum! Granary! I told you, granary bread!"
Omar Revolta asks, Dan, have your creations ever haunted your dreams?
No, I don't really dream anymore. I don't think I sleep enough to dream. You need to be in that deep sleep to dream, don't you? I don't think I really sleep deeply enough. I had a dream once. One of the only dreams I can remember. Had nothing to do with any of these creations. But it involved the band Westlife. And we were on the rooftops of like a Mary Poppins style Victorian London rooftop, and we were all teetering on a very thin platform, me and the boys from Westlife. If anybody can decipher dreams, do get back to me.
Oisin Daily Kiar asks, do you like Jessie Ward's new single Pearls?
You know, who's Jessie Ward?
Michael Sorensen asks, what's it feel like envisioning twisted horrors from another realm, and knowing you have the components to summon horrors beyond comprehension?
That's pretty good. I can see where these bad guys, you know, where they really get off. You know, like you get the horror films and the guys making monsters. And think, yeah, I'd do that. Let's make a really cool. I mean, inevitably it will die in 90 minutes, because I doubt it will be a franchise. But you know, for that 90 minutes, it's going to feel pretty great.
Bigfoot asks, people always keep asking Dan does, but never how's Dan?
Thanks for asking, Bigfoot. Love your work, by the way. That thing in the woods. How am I? Aside from the cold thing I had, I'm alright.
Tony Ellison asks, sweet shop, that's a bit, right?
No, it's not. I work there 2 days a week. I owned the shop with my ex-partner for about 7 years. I've given that up now. That's hers to deal with. But I still work there 2 days a week, and I hate it. And here is an advert. It's going to come from somewhere. It'll be there. This is a promotional video I made for the sweet shop. As proof. Enjoy.
Welcome to Life is Sweet. Purveyors of confectionery from both near and far. Here's a purveyor now. Why not try one of our delicious slushies? We have both strawberry and everybody's favourite flavour, blue. Or why not try an old family favourite? Yellow fizz pellets, pensioners' shins, mud whiskers, victory glands, or even apple cubes.
Can I have one of everything, please?
So why not visit Life is Sweet?
BJ says, love you.
I'm fond of you too, BJ.
Anna Franzen asks, at school I used to love the smell of the glue we used. What is your favourite crafty scent?
I thought long and hard about this, because a lot of them are quite toxic and will kill you. This. Isopropyl alcohol. You should not be sniffing this. Do not try this at home, but... Oh, that's the stuff. I mean, if I had to choose, it would be this. I mean, do not do this at home. Oh my...
Come to the town, you get... I don't know what you want. It's stupid.
D-Cross asks, have you ever attempted a build where your ambition and ability just don't match up?
It's actually a good question, D-Cross. Not that the others haven't been good questions. But the answer would be no. Because I don't know if it's the same for other people when they're crafting things. But when you decide that you want to make something, you immediately think of all the processes that's going to come with it, and you think, nah, not doing that. Well, you think, yeah, that's possible. I have glue.
X-Mobile asks, when is your birthday?
It's the same time every year. I'm not sure what the rules are on giving out your actual date of birth. I don't know if you're trying to swindle me. If you genuinely want to be nice and you're trying to do something nice, then I could tell you. But there are others out there. There are wrong-uns that will attempt to swindle people. All they need is literally your eye colour and your date of birth. And then you come home from work one day and your wife's there with a new husband. And you're like, where did he come from? And she's like, well, he's got all your paperwork.
Country Fried Minis asks, howdy Dan, Cameron from Country Fried Minis here. How do you feel about stuff?
If you're talking about the film, The Stuff, I like it. You're talking about stuff in general.
Zotan asks, if money was no object, what horror movie prop would you buy?
Good question. I think, now I don't know what the state of a lot of these horror movie props are, but 80s is very much my era, so I would have to probably go for a mutated dog from The Thing, something like that. But then I imagine a lot of that stuff's perishable, isn't it? They make half of those monsters out of cheese.
Ashens asks, if you could experience a horror film again for the first time, what would it be?
Ashens, my friend, Ashens, thanks for the question. The completely unprompted question. Well, that is a great question, Stuart. I think it would have to be 1987's The Blob. It was a particular favourite of mine growing up, and very underrated. If you've not seen The Blob, by Chuck Russell, I believe, then you need to see it. It's 1987, stars Kevin Dillon. Don't let that put you off. And the effects are superb. It is produced by Frank Darabont, so you know it's quality.
Go to Rasser asks, are there any builds you thought were ruined mid-build, but once finished looked a lot better than expected?
All of them, Go to Rasser. They all look crap mid-build. It's never what you picture in your head, and normally it ends up being something different to what you picture in your head completely. But you can always make a project better.
Thought Storms asks, does England still swing like a pendulum do?
Is that a song, is it? I don't know how old you think I am, Thought Storms.
Gerald asks, given most of your projects have a horror grotesque aesthetic, is Halloween a favourite time of year for you?
Surprisingly, it is second to Christmas, the time of food and love. I like Christmas better, and then Halloween.
Jam asks, being in the sweets game, have you / would you craft something edible?
Gemma, yes. In fact, I craft something edible most nights. It's called dinner.
The last man asks, do you experiment much with new hobby techniques, or do you prefer to concentrate on the design and use tried and tested methods?
I think... Good question, Paul. Good question. I'm going to do this to my lips like I'm really thinking. I think the design is key. Design is number one. It's way up there. And as far as methods are concerned, whatever works. I don't really seek out new methods just for the sake of seeking out new methods, which is a good thing. I mean, there's a lot of channels that will search out these new methods because it's a new video and it's a new sort of, thing to click on. Special sort of pose next to a title. This will wipe the floor with clay. And you think, well, why? I mean, clay's working just fine. The ideas first, and then use whatever methods you can or have to. Don't use methods you don't have to, is what I'm saying. And keep it cheap.
Wheatley just Wheatley asks, how can I get a luscious beard as good as yours?
Well, Wheatley, don't rush it. It helps to be male. You also, if you're anything like me, need to wait until you're about 34 before anything actually kicks in. When you are of beard age, or when your elders let you know that you are of age to grow a beard, they will take you out to the woods and make you eat varied furry animals. It's not a euphemism. I mean, I'm talking badgers, squirrels, things like that. You need to consume hair for it to I don't know where this is going.
Super Idiocy asks, how long have you been model making? And do you have any examples of your earliest builds?
I started doing this crafting, this model making thing, in the first year of lockdown. I think around the same time that Bill making stuff did. He went into YouTube a lot earlier than I did. And I remember one time, or one of the first times, he came to visit me and we got out some crafting stuff, and I built this. This is the well from The Ring. I don't know if you can see that there. It has epoxy resin in there. It's warped. Clearly didn't know about the gluing the bottom technique to flatten it out at that point. This was the first proper thing I built. XPS foam bricks that melted a little. The hair's attached to it. That's right, it looks like the well from The Ring. You can imagine her coming out.
Garrett Foster asks, you and your brother share very similar faces, yet how come you are so much more handsome? Does this create tension between the two of you?
I'll be honest, I'm getting mixed signals from the lot of you. But, yes, it absolutely does. Jealousy is a terrible emotion. Sometimes when we go out, I mean, it's like a before and after, depending on which side I'm standing. I tend to stand on the... he would be on the... I'd stand on the right, so people will automatically sort of see that line and the word before and after. And they'd be like, he's a before.
It's JB asks, would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
This is obvious. One horse-sized duck. Because it would be heroic. It'd be more sort of impressive, wouldn't it? That you sort of get your little weapon out and you're facing off with this giant horse-sized duck. And if you were to kill 100 duck-sized horses, you'd be a monster.
The Garbage Crafter asks, who is your favourite YouTube crafter?
I can't just name one YouTube crafter. There's a few that sort of got me into it. And I watch them religiously, and I've probably seen every one of their videos, I think. And these are those.
Lo-Fi Workshop asks, any fun stories about the candy shop?
Sweet shop to the English. I don't remember much fun being had there. I remember once going into work with a particularly tight pair of red jeans, and because the counter is glass, one particularly creepy middle-aged man was picking a mix through the glass counter. Said, "Oh, I'll have some mushrooms, please. I'll have some lips. I'll have some gummy bears," and then said, "I can see the outline of your penis." Where do you go from there?
Will Sati asks, what are your favourite sweets?
Hello. Yes, this is where I work, this sweet shop, when I'm not doing YouTubey stuff. Probably this one right here.
The Rust Monster asks,
What's your favorite scary movie?
Thanks, Rust Monster. You should check out the Rust Monster. He's a great YouTuber. My favourite scary movie. I think my favourite... Well, growing up, I was very much into the Puppet Master franchise. Not so much anymore. Waxwork by Anthony Hickox, but watching that as an adult, not so good. The Blob, which I've mentioned already. I'm going to say, right, I know this is cheating, I'm going to give 3 films because they're all part of the same thing. They're the John Carpenter Apocalypse trilogy, which is The Thing, Prince of Darkness, and In the Mouth of Madness. I'm going to consider all 3 of those one, and that's my choice. Tough.
Nothing where Rara-Teen asks, you and Bill have scratchbook sculpted warbands. Will you two play a game against each other and do a video?
We probably will, at one point. We don't see each other often, because he lives quite far away. Yes, we will play a game one day, I'm sure. Whether we film it or not, I don't know.
R08YO asks, who was the Thing?
Having met Keith David, I'm going to say him. He was incredibly cold to me. He didn't say a word. Never meet your heroes.
Hello, PKT Crafts asks,
Hi.
Ben, how many Hawaiian shorts do you own?
And where do you buy them?
I don't own that many. I mean, no more than the average person. See, that's the thing. I wear a Hawaiian shirt on one video, and then suddenly it's my uniform. And this happened on Twitch as well. I wear it like on a stream once, and then it tends to be my trademark. I don't know why. I think it's a laziness issue. And the trouble is you get that one Hawaiian shirt, and you keep putting on weight, and it doesn't fit anymore. And as far as where do I buy them, I am a man of little means, wherever they're cheap.
Digitizer asks, are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Biffo.
Digitizer also asks, what are you most looking forward to about taking part in the Digitizer live weekend in the summer?
Good question. Now, a lot of you don't know who Digitizer are. It's a channel on YouTube. They do live shows. They've been going for years. I'm going to take this opportunity to plug Digitizer because I've been involved with them several times. And they're going to do a live show in the summer. And I think I'm going to be on the stage at some point. So what am I most looking forward to, you ask? If I do go up on that stage and see all those faces in the crowd in that sort of big hall, and start to wet myself, literally like piss, and the tip of my thing is big black stain, and then at this point the whole room's gone quiet. You could hear a pin drop, or in my case, piss drip later, and everybody's gone silent because everybody can tell it's not a bit, it's not a comedy thing. They can literally see the end of my penis. It's either that or the fact that I don't have to pay to get in. Please go give Digitizer a sub. I'm going to put a link in. Have a look at their channel. I'm on a few of the videos. Very funny, similar sense of humour. I do have a couple of other questions regarding Digitizer here, so I might as well knock them out right now.
David Paul asks, what is it like when you're filming with Digitizer?
It's fun. Fun is the word. Nerve-wracking to start with, but then they sort of ease you in nicely. I'm a soft-spoken lad, and they're all quite loud. Soft-spoken lad is a quote from Paul Gannon. Paul Gannon would often refer to me as a soft-spoken lad. So it's quite hard to be heard over so many powerful voices. So every time I actually do anything with them, I try to be that 1 octave louder. Is it an octave? I don't know. Not a bloody sound expert. Anyway, the answer is yes, I love it. It's fun.
Bill Duncan asks, how did you get embroiled in digitizer?
Funny story, mate. Bill, I went to the last Digitizer live show a couple of years ago. It was in lockdown because a friend, Ed Trotz, gave me a ticket, and I hadn't seen Digitizer before. So I watched the show and I enjoyed it. I think I was friends with Ashens at that point. I met Ashens there. And then there was one comedy bit that I liked. So I tweeted Mr. Biffo and said, Hey guy, really like your Cheddar Man sketch. He's like, really? I didn't think anybody liked that. That's exactly what Biffo sounds like. I didn't think anybody liked that sketch. And ever since then we've been the best of friends. I'm not really sure. But I'm in there now.
I'd just like to take a quick moment and thank those that have made this channel possible, and that's you, the patron. Starting with the top tier, the do-betters, we have Gemma Ingram, Dave Birdsall, Ed Trotz, Isabel, Jake Langford, Miranda Stone Mysteries, and Shitehawk. In the next tier, in the do-gooders tier, we have Andy Scott, Anthony Roberts, Benedict Bueller, Brando B, Cathal Grant, Chris Gilliard, Daniel Pennycat, Demon Mittenhands, Esteban Chicken Tonight, Gerd Garvins, Goat Harasser, Carl Deakin, Krista, Larry, Mike Pitt, Positive Puppet, Rabies of Lard, Rich Miles, Richard Davison, Stuart Ashen, One Pants 2. And of course we have the doers tier. Thank you so much to all of you, and thank you for keeping this channel going. If you would like to join Patreon and support Dan, as in Dan does, then please, the link is in the description, and he will love you forevermore.
That's enough questions. Sorry to those of you that I didn't get to read your questions out. I had a lot of questions, and quite a few directed at Bill. Thank you very much, everybody, for your questions. I'll have a new actual video for you soon, real soon. I've already started, it's just I couldn't get it out in time. So, and also if you've enjoyed this, I'd be surprised. And if you'd like to help support this channel, then there is a Patreon. The links are in the info. Shut up, PC. It helps out immensely. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. All one word. I said I'd explain it every single time I say it. I'm trying to shorten it. Like and subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. You know.